Spatule Jump, number 2 available for pre-order right now, this time with 6 French-speaking artists and 5 brand new, never-before-seen short stories. This time, once again, we found some real pros from crack. Pre-orders start right now on Ulule, the direct link is in the description. Yeah, so if you still don't know what Spatule Jump is, about 2 years ago I decided to create my own collection of short stories with professional or amateur mangaka to introduce as many people as possible to new talents from the French-speaking manga scene. So, issue 0 came out in 2024 with 5 stories, issue 1 came out in 2025 with 5 stories, and for 2026 we're coming back with issue 2 with 5 more stories and 6 new artists. Yes, it's kind of the flagship project of my brand new publishing house and Spatule edition. Yeah, the chef, spatula bro, everything with spatula. Yes, just like in the previous campaigns, we've planned some really cool packs, man, with lots of goodies, acrylic stands are back, collectible cards. Of course, posters, tote bags, t-shirts, that's something new, and also a really big new thing. Regarding the Spatule Jump formula, well, the formula basically stays the same, but the format is going to change. If until now you offered the standard format like this, and the collector's format, from now on, we will offer you 2 different formats. The A5 format here, Spatule Jump 0 here, because we reissued it in A5 format, the Spatule Jump A5, and you will also have the collector's format in a large size. So why this change? I'll explain that to you right away. Originally, when we launched Spatule Jump in 2024, we wanted to get as close as possible to the format of Weekly Shonen Jump, so 18 by 26. The problem with this format is that it's very expensive to print, but when we do large pre-orders, we get economies of scale, so that's cool. However, when we want to reprint the previous volumes, it gets a bit complicated because then it costs more than $10 per volume. Since the format is unusual, it's complicated, so we found a solution. From now on, we're going to offer it in a smaller format. And it's also more convenient for possible future releases in bookstores, and that's not bad either. So the advantage of this format is that now we can reprint the previous issues. That means we've done issue 0, we'll soon have stock of issue 1 and stock of issue 2 of course. With this pre-order, by the way, issues 0 and 1 in the small format will also be available during this pre-order. For those who simply want to rediscover or finally discover Spatule Jump and who didn't take part in the previous pre-orders. So, it's also a way to reach and connect with a new audience, and above all, it also allows us to sell a book at a much lower price. There's an €11 difference between the 2 options, so it's not bad, it's a price that's a bit more accessible to everyone. We hope you'll like it. We think it looks really great in this format too, but be careful, if you've pre-ordered the large formats, you can still get the collector's edition. And the good news is, if you collect the standard editions in large format, well, now you'll get the collector's edition at the same price, that's it. If you've been buying collector's editions, you'll now get them at the standard edition price from previous releases. That's it, meaning it's going to be all gold, black cover, a different cover, you know, both will have a different cover. Careful, this is serious. So that's the solution we found to make sure no one is left out, so everyone is happy. New readers can come in at a lower price. Those who supported us in previous campaigns aren't left out. They can keep collecting with a cheaper collector's edition. So we're pretty happy with this compromise. Oh, will you tell us what you think about it? Yes, and for this campaign we're organizing a raffle like every time, and this time it'll be with our partner Jumpy Shiban. To take part in this raffle and try to win a box of goodies and figurines worth €250, all you have to do is pre-order any pack and you'll be entered into the draw at the end of the campaign. But be careful, there are surprises coming during this campaign. Yes, time to take a look at this QV 2026. Let's discover the artists and stories of this Spatule Jump number 2, yes, broken by Armando and Kristen Durant in the city of Light City. In the heart of a world where most people are born with mutations, the government strictly regulates the use of their abilities. Tess, a young and lonely woman, is thus forced to live in hiding, burdened by a power she cannot control. Her life changes one evening after an unexpected encounter with their world, reminiscent of My Hero Academia, or of course, X-Men. Armando and Kristen offer us a story full of pyrotechnic action, delivered through a touching tale about difference and self-acceptance. Armando pulls out all the stops, giving us action scenes and stunning colours. Honestly, this one shot is going to be amazing. Yes, Justice by Olivier Hogue. In a world where the gods are dying, Lord Ida Lestrador begins sacrificing peasant children in the hope of saving declining deities. Faced with this horror, the peasants rise up. Led by their chief, Ivania Dirin, they manage to defeat the Lord's personal guard, but just as the revolt seems to triumph, Ida's blasphemy proves effective. He acquires powerful supernatural abilities, a dark fantasy tale, the kind we wish we could see more often. Magic, darkness, power, violence, and above all, raw emotions. An intense story, brought to life by energetic and detailed artwork, as well as inspired direction. Olivier didn't come here to mess around. Yankee Ghost by Nana Barthes. The final exam is approaching at Phantom Academy to earn the title of Yurei Buster, in other words, a ghost who hunts ghosts. Aniki has to protect Erika, a former classmate he hated when he was alive, and who is now being targeted by murderous Yurei. Between the ghosts of his past and those who want him dead, Aneki has no choice but to face them or disappear for good. Nana Barthes is back after dropping the banger on King's Day during Spatule Jump number 0. Remember, it was a one-shot that was very well received. This time she's back with Yankee Ghost, a story that's much more shonen-oriented with action and humor. But she's still incredibly strong when it comes to emotion, so if you enjoyed King's Day, you're definitely gonna love Yankee Ghost. Yes, In Between by Pierrick. Patrick dreams of being an illustrator, but due to a lack of motivation, he works at the hospital as an orderly. There, he learns he can see souls leaving the bodies of the dying. One day, an old man's surgery goes wrong. His spirit is separated from his body, but he can't find peace because his body is kept alive by the medical staff. We examine the relationship between a young man starting his life and an old man nearing its end, while a lurking shadow roams the hallways seeking lost souls. With this one-shot, Pierrick gives us an intriguing paranormal story and an intimate tale about our relationship with death, life, and saying goodbye. A touching one-shot, partly inspired by his real experience as a stretcher bearer. This adds sincerity to this unique work, which will move you, I'm sure of it, yes. The Dawn Gatherers by Thomas Sharman. Every year on the same date, the dawn flowers bloom at the bottom of the Car Chasm. The dawn is the only wealth of the villagers, a dangerous resource that only the gatherers are able to harvest. The Dawn Festival is an opportunity for Hazel, Yuria, and the others to exchange the precious flowers for food supplies from the city of Chan. The only means of subsistence for the village this year, the Shan Hemisphere negotiates the exchange at the lowest possible terms, offering the people of Kar only scraps to survive. A touching story about family and tradition, set in a rich and mysterious world, with very subtle and masterful editing. No, honestly, we're looking at a high-quality one-shot here, in this Spatule Jump issue number 2. Yes, and as usual, we're putting the social media links of all the Spatule Jump artists in the description. Yes, by the way, if you want to be one of the artists in the next issue of Spatule Jump, that's Spatule Jump number 3. Well, nothing could be easier. Just send us your one-shots, your files to the email address shown here. And also in the description, with a synopsis, 5 finished pages and a detailed readable storyboard of the 40 or 50 pages you want to submit. We'll take a look at it, we'll get back to you, and that's it. We're always looking for new talent, so don't hesitate, really. Go ahead and send us your one-shots for the next Spatule Jump, because the adventure isn't over yet, of course. Well, no, yeah. This pre-order campaign will last until March 27, 2026, so hurry up and pre-order, support this project. We hope you'll once again be there for this Spatule Edition project, and that you'll also support our upcoming projects. End of 2026 and 2027, that is maybe our first series. Yeah, the word is out, with bookstores and everything, point to point. Alright, we're not messing around anymore, we're going to take things to the next level. But first, we have to get through this stage of Spatule Jump, Volume 2. Yes, all the links are in the description. A huge thank you to everyone who will support this project. Once again, thanks to you, the passion is strong and passion guides us. Thank you very much, see you soon.